10 illustration rare Pokemon cards that you and the hobby may be sleeping on. So, first off, Kramskis. Karamir illustration rare from Twilight Masquerade. I think this card is absolutely undervalued. I mean, the artwork on this is wild, and I think Kram is just an absolutely hilarious Pokemon. Sitting at a low of $2 in January, now roughly going for about $4. I personally picked up a bunch of these. I actually just got some in the mail. I might include the unboxing of those cards some point in the video, but I personally love this card, and I could easily see it going to like 10, maybe even 15 doubloons here pretty soon. Next up, Lady Anne. Pretty much same deal. Gen 2 Pokemon. You could definitely get these early in the game. I feel like there's a nostalgic factor in it, and it just looks beautiful. Kind of like that Firefly kind of energy. What's that song? We have 10 million fireflies. Okay, I absolutely wrecked that. I'm sorry. I will never do it again. $4 for this card. Sitting at a low of like 2 up until January, and now it's starting to see a lot of love. A lot of people are buying this right now. I think this could easily also go up to 10, 15, just like Cram. This was actually recommended in my Discord, and I can't believe I overlooked this. The Altaria from Crown Zenith. Not that long ago, the last set for the Sword and Shield block era. And this card is absolutely adorable. Altaria, also a fan favorite. A lot of people love Altaria. Sitting at a low of like $1.20 December, January, and now people are starting to kind of like, you know what, I think this card is super undervalued, and it's starting to climb a little bit up to 3. I could easily see this being a $10 card in my personal opinion. Another Discord recommendation, Enamorous. I can't believe I actually forgot about this. I just submitted this for grading. You can get this for as low as like $5, and this ultra pink card goes ham in the colors. I think a lot of ladies in the hobby are going to want this in their collection at some point. And I think because it is slightly undervalued right now, there may not be too much of like a hurry to get this, but I think people are starting to catch on as the units per sold per day are starting to go up. And I think, easily $10, $15 card. Flamigo, same concept as Enamorous, but it's based on a real...
Oh, snap. Don Flamigo.
And honestly, I think the artwork goes crazy, just like Enamorous. A little bit less wiggle room in terms of growth, but I could easily see this being a $15 or even a $20 card, to be honest. I personally enjoy it a lot. Definitely has like that Miami, Florida vibe going on. This one's pretty underrated. Also a Discord recommendation. You can get this for as low as like $3.50 to $4 to $5. Easily a $10 card in my opinion. I think the background artwork goes crazy. You got a Chatot, a waterfall in the background. Very, very peaceful, very serene, very demure, very mindful. Next up, we got Sfeel, one of my personal favorites.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I love this card. Oops. All right. PSA 9, but that's okay. Lightly played. And the Latias.
Currently 10. I could see this going for 20 personally, just on the cute factor alone. One of my favorites from Surging Sparks and Super Electric, the Japanese version. Gulpin, absolutely cute card. Gulping down a whole ass cake. I think this card is slightly undervalued, sitting at a low of $3.50 in January, now coming up to about 7 to 8 I could easily see this being like 10, 15. So now that we're kind of getting further along into the list, these cards are, yes, somewhat underrated, but they are starting to come up, right? I think the opportunity to buy this was definitely back in like January, December, but who knows? Buy what you like. This is not financial advice, guys. Now these I feel like are super underrated. The Obsidian Flames Pidgey line. I think, me personally, this entire set could go for 20 to 40 each. And I think, can you even add this to cart? No, you can't add that one. I think the lowest one you can get right now is 11 on TCG Player. But I feel like you could still get this out in the wild for like $5 to $8 for the Pidgey. Sitting at a low of 7. So this really hasn't climbed a bunch, but seeing as Obsidian Flames booster boxes are now like 200 a pop, and a lot of the cards in the Obsidian Flames have already have seen a lot of their potential growth realized. I think this is one of the very few things in that set that was really unique that could still have a lot of room to grow. Next up, Pidgeotto, same deal, with a low of 3 and a high of 10. Currently, you can grab these as low as like $7.50, and so I think this card could easily be 15, no problemo. I could even see a world where it's 20. Now onto the honorable mentions.
Oh, that boy. Yeah. Oh, dang! I went crazy. I didn't realize I got 2 of them. Although, wait a sec. Is this all they shipped it in? Hey, yo! Hey, yo! That's wild. At least throw in some cardboard. Anyway. Hell yeah.
This technically isn't considered an illustration rare, but since we're in the Pidgey line, Pidgeot. I think this card is absolutely gas. A little simplistic, but I still think it's really dope. And as a set, especially being able to get this out of the same card set is crazy. Alone, usually Pokemon will like split things up. But this is such a like an awesome card. If you can get all 3 Pokemon together to complete the artwork. Sitting at a low of 13, high of 17 currently, I think this still has a lot of room to grow, and I could see a world where this is a $50 card, no cap Arito. A couple more honorable mentions. One of my personal favorites from Sword and Shield that is super underrated that somebody on Discord reminded me about. Thank you, Car. 7 doubloons, right? Yeah, 7 doubloons for Orbital Trainer Gallery. This card is insane with the artwork. I mean, there's so much craziness going on. I mean, this, it gives Giratina and the Underworld kind of vibes, right? So sitting at a low of like 350 back in January, has kind of doubled at this point. You might still be able to get some for like 6, maybe 5 in person. I personally love this card. Buy what you like, obviously. Another Discord recommendation, honorable mention, 3 doubloons in January, up to about 6. You can get it for as low as 5, maybe. Oh no, that's the Japanese one. Yeah, about 657 for Palafin. Personally, I didn't get to see this part in the show where Palafin is introduced, but the artwork goes crazy. I could see this probably being a $12 to $15 card in the near future. I don't know how popular Palafin is, so it's a little hard to be bullish about some cards that don't have like a lot of seniority behind them. Again, I feel like Palafin is a relatively newer Pokemon. Torkoal, OG fan favorite. I want to say Torkoal was Gen 3, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong on that, but I feel like the Pizza Hut Torkoal goes hard. The only thing I don't particularly like is how small the Pokemon is, but I love the story. I love the vibes about this, and I feel like it's super underrated for 7. I could easily see this being a $10, $15 card. You could get this for as low as 6. Not technically an illustration rare, but considered like a secret rare, so I wanted to include it on this set, is the Gold Rayquaza. Same thing for Gold Mew, and probably Gold Pikachu from the Sword and Shield block. This card is insanely amazing looking. I personally own a PSA 10 copy, maybe even 2, and like 10 more copies in my personal collection. And I think this card goes absolutely bonkers. I think, 8 is still super low for it. I see a world where this card is like $20-$30 in the future. Immediate future, probably not. But if you like Rayquaza, I think now is the time to get it before it dries up completely. And the last one on the block is Snorlax Trainer Gallery. I think 7 bone skis for this guy is criminal, seeing how the Gengar Trainer Gallery is going for roughly 20 doubloons right now. I think this one is absolutely a no-brainer. Could easily be a $15 to $20 Trainer Gallery card. Guys, if you have suggestions down below, if I missed any cards, definitely let me know. And if you found value, hit me with a like and a sub, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!